Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Two-Way Street Virtual Coffee House. While we, the staff at the Two-Way Street Coffee House, are certainly sad not to be able to be with our patrons and artists in person, we are very, very pleased to have started the Friday night series, and we hope that you will join us many, many times until we are able to see you all in person, as we would love to do with our Two-Way Street family, but we do have to stay safe in these sort of uncertain times. There are a couple of other virtual events coming up this week that are more participatory in nature. One of them is this Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. George Matson will be leading our our monthly BYOS, Bring Your Own Song Circle, at 7 p.m. on Tuesday night. If you jump on the website, you'll be able to sign up for that event, and we'll send you a link. That particular event is held on Zoom, and that will be Tuesday night, the 14th at 7 o'clock. And on Saturday, the 18th, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, from 2 to 4 p.m., once again, George will be leading, but this time it will be our twice-a-month Sing Around Song Circle. That is a participatory event. All are welcome. And once again, you can sign up for that event on the Two-Way Street Coffee House website, www.twowaystreet.org, and we will send you the link. If you've participated in any of our virtual jams before, we are retaining the same link, so you actually already have it. One more thing to know is that next week we will be presenting Lauren Heinz on our virtual concert series. Lauren is an absolutely exquisite fingerstyle guitar player and a wonderful award-winning songwriter from Florida. She's played our stage before, but it's been a couple of years, and of course she wasn't able to join us in person this year because of the current pandemic situation. But you're here tonight to hear the wonderful Fendrick and Peck. They are new to our stage, but they were supposed to be with us in person just about a week ago. They absolutely took the Folk Alliance Regional Midwest Conference by storm last October. They were official showcase artists, and they also played the Two-Way Street Coffee House showcase room, and they are just wonderful. You are going to love them. Tomorrow night they will be on Folk Stage on WFMT. So if you love them tonight, you can love them again tomorrow, and then we will eventually have them as a live show at the Coffee House. Without any further ado, I present to you Fendrick and Peck.
Well, it's good to have you with us here today.
It always feels weird
Yeah.
when you say something like that, though, on a live platform where you can't really see anyone. So hopefully you're there. I've just clicked the live comments bar, which might mean, maybe, that you're able to comment. And if you're able to comment, please do, feel free to, say hello and check in.
We like
And
to know you're out there.
we do. It's helpful. But, if you're shy, that's okay too. We are really excited to be here. We would obviously much prefer to be with you live, but safety is key. So please continue to wear masks and protect people who are immunocompromised, like pregnant women. Thank you. So we're going to start with about a year ago, Brian and I did a tour in Germany because, life is crazy like that. And we were very, very, very lucky to meet Heike and Petra. And Heike and Petra helped me to write a song in German. And it's a really short little thing. And we've just started sharing it. I was kind of shy about it. So here you are.
This came about in a beautiful garden, too.
Oh.
Yeah. We're lucky to have a salad straight from this garden, too. What a great way to have a meal in Germany.
Mm-hmm. Can you please
Let's
give
hear
me
it.
a little starter
Oh,
chord?
yeah.
Weißt du, was das Wasser weiß? Alle Flüsse münden ins Meer. Ich bin der Fluss und das Meer. Weißt du, was das Wasser weiß? water knows. All rivers flow to the sea. I am the river and the sea. Weißt du, was das Wasser weiß? Alle Flüsse münden ins Meer. Ich bin der Fluss und das Meer. So there you are. That is our wee song for you. If you are writing live comments, just so you know, we cannot see them. Just so you know. Perhaps everyone is live comment shy, though. I'm not sure. I don't really know for sure. So we're going to just hop into our next tune for you. What do we have? Ooh, yum.
Oh, yeah. This Tender Land. This is a fairly new song. We have it recorded live, but we have yet to record it on an album. But we're looking forward to doing that.
Possibly in our new house, which we're calling the set. Because it's the lower level of a house. And so it's like a Badger set. And I think we'll call it the set sessions. But I don't know. We'll see. Don't quote me on it.
Well, this song came about because we had the invitation to share music at a book release party for William Kent Kruger. He's a local author out of Minnesota. And he's a New York Times bestseller for a mystery series called Cork O'Connor. Well, it's a Cork O'Connor mystery series.
It doesn't have a name specifically.
That's true.
Yeah.
But he has some books that are outside of the series, and this was his latest, and it came out last fall. Late
August,
summer,
I
yeah.
think.
And so we thought we'd surprise him and write a song lightly influenced by it.
So the book, just so you know, is called This Tender Land, and the song is of the same title, This Tender Land.
I've been walking through the city, seen the faces passing by. Something's happening to my people, like there's a wound deep inside. When you say hope is just a dream, I will offer you my hand. When's the last time you listened to this tender land? I won't claim to be your healer. We'll just take a walk around. Maybe we can take our boots off, place our feet upon the ground. You say we don't have the time, as you watch your second hand. I've seen time redefined in this tender land. This tender land. This this tender land. Let's go find us a canoe. Let the river lead the way. What lies beyond the bend might be a willow and some shade. You say the world will fall apart if we step away too long. I say another world will hold us, one in which we all belong. I've heard the conversations in the markets and cafes. I've read it on the pages of poems and essays. Lift those words into your heart. Leave your talk back at the stand. When's the last time you listened to this tender land? When's the last time you listened to this tender land? This tender land. This tender land. This tender land. This tender land. This tender land.
This tender land. Are you ready?
I
Brian
am.
James.
I'm ready for the next song.
You are?
I am.
Okay.
Well,
So,
actually, yeah.
I did mention on, so Brian and I do a lot of Facebook Live right now. So if you happen to have Facebook and would like to join us, you can type in what it says right here. Fendrick and with the ampersand, Peck. And also, if you can, please feel free to tip us. That would be great. We have had a very, very strange year that we were not anticipating having at all. We thought we'd be seeing our friends and being all, oh, you guys, I have, just so you know, I love being pregnant. It's like the most fun. And I mean, I have 1 month left, so, you know, I might change my mind in a second. But like right now, the baby is awake and is kicking my mandolin. And what I envisioned for my pregnancy and our I'd say our, because this guy's taking really good care of me, was to be involved in community and to be surrounded by community and to have all these vibrations hitting the baby as we sang together. And it's been one of the bigger griefs for me this year to not have that. And yeah, it's been a bummer. But Brian and I have been able to be a family, and we've had a kind of strangely fun time doing these Facebook Lives from wherever we happen to be. You know, it might be outside, might be inside. And anyway, so please feel free to join us. And in the meantime, thank you for being here. Woo! We're excited that you're here. So, this next song and the one after it, we've sort of jammed together because we've been thinking today about the concept of, this is why I mentioned Facebook, of balance, and how balance is actually an active pose. It's not, you know, like I always thought of balance as like, you know, like, I don't know, somehow not active, but the actual art of balancing is an active pose. And yeah, we were just kind of contemplating that, what it is to balance giving and receiving, perhaps support of other people and receiving support from other people, and helping other people and being helped by other people. Anyway, so here you go. song, it meant take a step out of your house, which you know so well. Big space is near, make your way out and make your way in. And I'd encourage you to use that word house in a different way than physical place we're in. Perhaps it's a little different. Yeah.
Whoever you are, on whatever cushion you sit, if ever your eyes reveal your candle is no longer lit, your soul, when it feels exposed, naked to your touch, when it's no longer warm, take a step out of your house, which you know so well, big space is near. Make your way out and make your way in. Make your way out and make your way in. With just one tree, with the gaze of your eye, rooted to the sky, see clouds kiss the dirt. With just one song, you become all the other songs. Breath of the meadow passes through you again. You have seen the world with love, which you know so well, big space is near. Make your way out and make your way in. Make your way out and make your way in. Take a step out of your house, which you know so well, big space is near. Make your way out and make your way in. Make your way out and make your way in. I live in constant fear, have no one to revere. I live in constant fear, I've no one to revere. Open my eyes, open my eyes, open my eyes, so I can see your light. can see your light. I step outside myself before the petals fall. Tend to the garden rather than not tend at all.
Yeah, Antonio Machado says, this is an English translation by Robert Bly, but he says, "What have you done with the garden that was entrusted to you? What have you done with the garden that was entrusted to you?" So that tend to the garden rather than not tend at all is an invitation. It's an invitation. And one of the things that I've been thinking about is I've been growing a lot lately. Well, I've been growing a lot lately, but I've been studying a bit on what it means today to be racist or to be a white supremacist or to be a part of those movements by accident and not even realizing that I was a part of them, not realizing that I am one of the bad guys. And golly, I don't like the feeling of that at all. I'd like to be a good guy. But the big question that I find that I'm asking myself as I become more aware, and as I continue to research and to try to learn more and understand more, is how can I help? And I don't mean me as a white woman. I mean me as Madeline. How can I help? And one of the ways that I think I can help is by writing songs. It's something that I do. By talking about it with groups of people, by calling it out if I see it. But my question really is, what are the ways that we specifically, as specific humans, as Brian, as Madeline, as Baby, what are ways that we can help specifically to us, And I think it might be more helpful than, a general blanket, here's step A, B, and C, But that's a good spot to start too, so don't get me wrong.
I'm wearing one of my favorite t-shirts today.
Oh, you are.
It says, "Cultivate Joy."
It's an artist friend of ours,
Yeah,
merch t-shirt.
Who we met at
Her
Farm.
name is Joy Zimmerman.
What a
And
great shirt. But
yeah.
it's my favorite shirt, not because it fits well and it's really soft, but the message, cultivate joy. And it's hard to live in joy when you know that others don't have the same access to joy. And so recognizing that not everyone in the world has as easy access to joy as I do. So that's part of what I'm working on. And I'd like to do my best to cultivate joy.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk alongside you. All right. This next song, like the last one, has a very simple chorus. And I happen to believe that even though we're not together, Baby might feel your vibes. So please feel free to sing along. And it's easy. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten how it feels to fly? That's the question. That is the question. I'm just going to stretch for a sec.
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes I have to remind Madeline to move around a little bit because she's got a baby in her.
Brian is my birth partner. He
It's
is
good.
helping out.
We took a walk today.
Thank
It
you.
was good.
Thank you. Took a rest today. All right.
The wind of hummingbird wings outsounds the wind of trees. Your breath in the morning I hear outweighs a nation's fear.
The angels plucked you right down from the stars because of promises made from afar.
I will love, I will live and lose. Trust my heart when I'm hearing the news. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten how it feels to fly? Have you forgotten? forgotten?
Are you singing yet?
Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten how it feels to fly? Say hello to the child next door. Let them show you what they like to explore. Don't be afraid to smile and cry. Spread your wings, here's how to fly.
I see you standing right on the edge, terrified of what lies ahead.
Don't let the world pass you by.
Don't forget
You came here to fly. Have you forgotten?
I have sometimes.
Have you forgotten?
Just a little bit.
Have you forgotten
Have you?
how it feels to fly? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten how it feels to fly? Have you forgotten?
I will love, I will live,
Have you forgotten?
I will love, I will live,
Have you forgotten how it feels to fly?
Hey. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I hope you all are doing well out there. I really wish we could see you. But I'm glad we're all staying safe. Next up.
So we're happy to be we're not in Minnesota right now where
No.
we live. We're actually on our way to visit Rich Warren
We are! And Folk Stage.
in Folk Stage for a live performance on the radio, and that's tomorrow night.
You can
And
also watch it live on a video, just so you know, which I will be posting on
Yep.
Facebook.
Rich will not be having a live audience
No.
for obvious reasons. And we took
will.
the
It'll just be
opportunity.
virtual.
We have family in near Madison in the small town Stoughton, but currently we're with my family. I'm currently in the house that I grew up in Racine, Wisconsin. Yeah, and this is a quilt right here that my aunt made for my mom and dad. And if you look close, you may not be able to see it, but there's bicycles on there. There's a tree with bicycles on it.
It's kind of perfect
Yeah.
because Brian's mom's a gardener. And,
And my
Brian's
dad
dad's a bicyclist.
Is currently cycling around Lake Michigan.
Socially distanced, he is cycling around Lake Michigan.
He is in Michigan watching the show live at a campground that has Wi-Fi. So I hope
Very
it's working out for you to watch this, Dad. And
And that
sounds
you're
like
dry.
sounds like you have a
Hope you
good
dried off.
sounds like your trip has been going well. So what do we have next?
Do you want to switch to, do you want to do number 7?
Yeah.
All right.
So we're in an interesting time. We have the virus that came about earlier this year, and it really forced a lot of us to sit back and be quiet and to become introverted. We were forced to separate ourselves from our communities, which was in a way a
Someone just
This-
started their motorcycle outside. Sorry.
Yeah. Despite its dangers and seriousness, it was in some ways a blessing for some
In some ways.
who were able to stay safe and to reflect and to appreciate. For instance, we were seeing the coming of spring. We're often traveling.
We never see spring in one
Yeah.
place. It's when we tour. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And at the same time, I was growing. So we're watching, a mama robin raise her young, and I'd walk by and just be like, "Hey, fellow pregnant lady, how you doing?" It's
And then-
so beautiful.
And then comes a time of racial
Oh,
insecurities, which is has invited us to speak out. And so we have immediately, let's sit back and be quiet to speak out. So It's an unusual time, and what a time to bring a child into the world, too. So there's a lot to learn and a lot to be aware of. And how do our songs relate to this? And this next song is about being quiet and about experiencing joy in the world. And like we covered before, it's difficult to experience joy when there's others who can't. What am I trying to say? Anyways,
I think I liked it.
Yep,
I liked
thanks.
it. That was a rant.
That's a rant, if you know me.
That's a Brian rant.
Yeah.
You should see my rants.
Anyways, this song came out of the quiet time.
It was 3 days before we were shut down in Minnesota that this song was written. Yet again, I just wanted to say thank you all for being here too. I mean, there are so many offerings online right now, and thank you to Two-Way Street. And that's the other thing, I love the name, Two-Way Street. Like, I didn't ask them what the history is behind that, but this idea of coming and going, I just love it. Anyway, this is called Where the Moon is the Brightest. I'm blessed to have a loving family. I'm blessed to have a loving family. Miss them the moment that I wave goodbye. I'm blessed to sing with friends around the world. I'm blessed to sing with friends around the world. Take boats, cars, and aeroplanes to feel vibrations. But I gotta go quiet now and then. Where the moon is the brightest light within. Where we cup each other's hearts with gentle hands. We breathe and move together as one. I'm blessed to go on walks with lots of dogs. I'm blessed to go on walks with lots of dogs. To take in the smells and greet the breaking day. I'm blessed to have a little one along. I'm blessed to have a little one along, to hold you in our hands and sing you songs. I gotta go quiet now and then. Where the moon is the brightest light within. Where we cup each other's hearts with gentle hands. We breathe and move together as one. I don't pretend to know what the world needs. I don't pretend to know what the world needs. I don't pretend to know what the world needs. But this sure feels holy to me.
I gotta go quiet now and then, where the moon is the brightest light within, where we cup each other's hearts with gentle hands. We breathe, we breathe, we breathe.
Oh, let's do it. Shall we all breathe together? It's kind of fun. Ready? Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to inhale first. We're going to do 2 more.
If you need to whistle while you breathe, that's
allowed.
okay.
Yeah. Mary Oliver says, I don't exactly know what a prayer is. And when I breathe, like with deliberation or with deliberately, it feels like a prayer sometimes, especially when I breathe with a group of people. It just feels like a thing. Anyway. Are you ready to switch? Are you ready to move on?
I am.
Excellent. So this next song we wrote on the prairie, and you know, it's funny. So I wrote this back in the autumn of last year, and what I was looking for was, I think it's very important to talk about and sing about the issues of the world, but I think it's also important to acknowledge all of the work that is currently being done. So, you know, there are days when, sure, I totally feel hopeless about a lot of things, but there are days when I feel really hopeful too, and where I feel like, you know, like the news sells stories that are scary or ugly or awful, but like right alongside a lot of the awful is a whole lot of good. And so I wanted to write a song that talked about that, talked about connection and harmony and peace and love. And so this next song is not meant to say that there isn't any bleh or uck, but it is meant to sort of lift up the sweet and the tender and the kind and the passion. So this song is called It Is Here. I've got a violin player next to me now.
Got a mandolin player next to me.
That was a snort for your entertainment. Also, the baby is awake right now, and it's really fun because the baby pushes on the mandolin. Oh, it's so fun. I love it. Okay. If you hear, if you hear my heart beating too, you might know, you might know, I will wait for you, 'cause it is here, it is here, the world you dream about, and I'm standing in it. Each flower's face sees my face, each dream is met with allies, each flash of thundercloud is in my eyes, in my eyes. If you pause, if you pause,
standing in it. Each flower's face sees my face. Each dream is met with allies. Each flash of thundercloud is in my eyes, in my eyes. Forget to wear those shoes. Feel it now. Feel it now. Waves crash in and out. 'Cause it is here. It is here. The world you dream about. And I'm standing in it. Each flower's face sees my face. Each dream is met with allies. Each flash of thundercloud is in my eyes, in my eyes. This is the first song we've created that is just the two instruments here.
It's true.
It was Madeline's idea.
I really wanted to hear what the mandolin and the violin might sound like together. I'm much more comfortable on the mandolin than I am on the guitar, but I want to hear more Brian on the violin. So I was like,
I think it's a good combo.
Make this happen.
Yeah. I like it.
So if you are having an okay time hanging out with us, please do consider, if you're on Facebook, joining the Facebook Live group, because then we can actually talk with you and interact with you, and we can be, I don't know, like part of a little gathering group. I don't know. I really miss community, and I'm trying to find ways to create community in a safe way. And I don't know. The best thing I've found so far is things like this. And I just, yet again, thank you so much, Two-Way Street Coffee House, for putting this together and helping to support artists right now. Things are a little hairy, a little scary sometimes, but we're being really taken care of by our community, and we're feeling, well, I'm feeling incredibly grateful every day. So, yeah. This next song is yet again kind of addressing that question of what can I give? What can I contribute? And it's inspired by Jalaluddin Rumi's poem. This translation is by Coleman Barks, but Rumi was an ecstatic poet, Persian, in the 1300s, 1400s, and has so many delicious, wonderful things to say, and they still apply. Like this one, for example. Today, like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened. Isn't that a good first line? Today, like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened. Do not go into the study and take out a book and begin reading. Take down a musical instrument. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. It's easy to sing along with. It repeats about 1,000,000 times in the song, and it feels really good to sing it. So please sing or drum from the comfort of your own living room. 2, 3, 4.
I asked, is there room for harmony? There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I wondered, is there a place here for me? There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I offered a verse that I knew. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I let the words roll off my nervous tongue. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground.
How did it go?
This morning I felt a little frightened and empty. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I questioned, what God should I pray? There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I cried when I made it to the door. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I felt joy as I walked out the door. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Don't go back to sleep. 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 I asked, is there room for harmony? There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. I felt an invitation come to me. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground.
Let the beauty we love, let the
Beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground.
hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss.
Hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground.
Hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss.
Hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground.
There are. My translation, in case you were wondering, from the amazing ecstatic poet Rumi, my translation is, wave your freak flag high. Whatever it is that makes you, let it out. You know, see what happens. I think the world would be more beautiful if we were honest about what we love. I don't know. For sure, because I haven't tried it. Well, I am trying it. I'm trying. Alright, I do believe, let's say it's 8:52. Brian and I would like to thank you for joining us. And our wee bairn, we'd like to thank... Oh, I like to show the belly. Here you go. There is
Look at that.
someone in there.
There is. Hello.
You're just going to knock.
Hello in there. Looking forward to meeting you.
Yeah. Currently very solid over here. Ugh. It's so fun. I love it. I feel so lucky. So, would you like to do our last song?
Let's do.
Excellent. Did you say let's do?
Let's do.
Let's do. So this next song is it's an adaptation of the prayer of Saint Francis.
We heard a story about St. Francis before he was a saint. He was roaming the streets at night.
He was on one of those night walks.
Yeah.
You know those people who go on night walks?
Yep.
Do you know any people who go on night walks?
There weren't many other people out. People were sleeping, of course. And he looked up and there was a moon, a full moon. And he was so excited that he ran up to the top. He ran up to the bell tower.
I don't know if you run up to the bell tower, but he ran to the bell tower bell.
He ran to the bell tower bell.
Or pulley
and
thing.
Pulled
in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Woke up everyone.
And we're like, what's going on?
Coming out like,
What's
was
going
the
on?
fire? Plague?
They
What's going
probably
on?
called him Franny, maybe. What's
Franny?
going on, Franny?
What's going on, Franny?
Crazy man Franny.
Crazy man Fran.
Yeah.
I know a crazy man Fran.
He says, look at the moon.
The moon, look at the moon.
I can't get over it. Look at the moon. It's beauty. It's magnificent. I don't know if you've ever felt that way. I felt that way. Don't forget to
recently.
look at the moon. Yeah.
Where there is hatred,
Let me sow love. Where there is discord, make harmony. Where there is doubt, let me lead it to faith. Where there is despair, let me raise songs of hope. Where there is darkness, reveal the light. Where there is sadness, bring tears of joy. Mother, make me an instrument of your peace. Mother, make me an instrument of your peace. Grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, and to be loved as to love. It is in giving that we receive. It's in acceptance we are set free, and in death we're born to eternal life. Mother, make me an instrument of your
brother. Make me an instrument of your peace.
Sparrow, make me an instrument of your
river. Make me an instrument of your
sister.
peace.
Make me an instrument of your
moon. Make me an instrument of your
Father,
peace.
make me an instrument of your
Meadow, make me an instrument of your peace. So, my dear friends, we have one more thing. Can you say this after me? Happy birthday, Shelley.
Happy birthday, Shelley.
It is my special mom's birthday today. Thanks so much for joining us. We had a lovely time. And yay, there's Denny. We're going to mute ourselves now so that we don't have a feedback party.
Whoa.
Thank you so much, Madeline, Brian, and Bibi. Next time they're with us, they will have a little one with them, which will be just wonderful. We think they're fantastic, and if you've enjoyed the show, please go to www.twowaystreet.org and donate to Fendrick and Peck so that we can support live music through this COVID crisis. That's part of our mission at the Two-Way Street, and we are working at it. If you would like to do something more participatory, Tuesday night, the 14th, at 7 o'clock, we'll be doing our Bring Your Own Song Circle. Sign up for that on our website, and we'll send you the link to Zoom. We also have another community event on Saturday, our regular Song Circle, the Sing Around on Saturday, 2 to 4. Both of these events this week are led by George Mattson. Friday night we'll be featuring, Lauren Hines from Florida, as I said, an exquisite fingerstyle player and a wonderful songwriter that actually I met her in Arkansas at some songwriting and creativity workshops over the years, seen her many times down there, and she's just a lovely performer, so you'll enjoy that. We've got some other great shows coming up this week. If I happen to get de-streamed before I get through this list, you can see those on our website. We have the week following Lauren, we've got Joe Flisco and Eric Noden, followed by Chris Walls from the Old Town School of Folk, and the first weekend in August. We have Jack Williams, the wonderful fingerstyle player, again from Arkansas, Jack Williams. And Susan Conteno the second week in August. Who else do we have in August? We've got February Sky coming and somebody else, but they're all on our website. But please do support live music in the only format that these artists can present it at this point in time. And in the meantime, please wear your masks, stay safe. And if you'd like to hear Fendrick and Peck again, tomorrow night they're going to be playing a concert for subscribers to the WFMT series, and then after that they will be on live radio for a while. So WFMT tomorrow night. I can't tell from this little clock when we get cut off from live streaming. So, you guys have any other final? Oh, I love this. We get a little bit of this. This is one reason why this couple is so engaging to watch. I can't wait till we can present them on a live stage for you. So good night, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon at the Two-Way Street, hopefully in person, if not, right here on Friday nights.